From YouTube video to dream home in Cape Coral, this is one of those stories that reminds me why I do what I do. Joe had been watching my YouTube channel from Ohio, keeping an eye on new listings and learning the Cape Coral market from afar. One day, he clicked the Zoom strategy link like the one in this video below. I gave him a call back immediately to confirm the meeting and ask about his goals. He told me he found a home that looked like a great deal, solid location, new construction, but wanted a local expert's opinion. His wife Amy was flying into town within a day or two and asked if I could show her the home. Of course I said absolutely. I did my research, confirmed it was built by a reputable builder, and the location was exactly what they were looking for. So when Amy arrived, I showed her a few other homes for comparison, but the moment we stepped into that house, she said, "Barry, this is the one." It was a stunning new build, soaring ceilings, modern finishes, 3 bedrooms plus a den, and a backyard made for Florida living. A huge pool, summer kitchen, and the perfect spot to mount a TV so that they could catch all the Bengals games from their lanai. We made a competitive offer, we won the deal, and even negotiated $10,000 towards closing costs. Joe and Amy were able to close right from Western Ohio while I handled everything locally, inspections, walkthroughs, and all the follow-ups. Now, a few days after closing, Joe drove down and I met him at the house to hand him the keys. With a smile on his face, he asked, "So Barry, when are we filming the testimonial video by my new pool?" Well, here it is. Let's jump in. All right, we're here with Joe. They just purchased this home, him and his wife Amy, here in Southwest Cape Coral. They got a brand new home, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna ask Joe a few questions about working with me and his process. What made you decide to buy a home here in Cape Coral, Joe?
Well, we lived most of our lives in Ohio, and we definitely wanted to move south when we had the opportunity, and that opportunity arose. And had some friends of mine that had these patio-style homes with the pools and, you know, the pool cage, and I just thought it was fantastic when I saw their homes. And so I wanted to do the same thing. Cape Coral was a great city, did a lot of investigating into it, and just thought it would work out great for us.
Excellent. And I remember when Joe called me, he talked about Cape Coral like he'd been here 100 times before, but that wasn't the case, was it?
No, it was not. No, I didn't even see the house. My wife came down and flew down, and you took her around to some houses, and this was definitely the magic one. This was it.
Definitely. So how did you find me?
Your YouTube channel. I know there's some other realtors that have the YouTube channels down here, but I thought yours was so informative. And, you know, also kind of laid back, casual, just had all the information that's important. Just talking about restaurants, but talking about statistics and sales figures, and that really impressed me. And I filled out the form on your website to set up an appointment. You called me like in 5 minutes. And I thought that was impressive too. Your communication level's just been wonderful through the whole thing. So
definitely. We've got that form on there for all my videos where you can book a Zoom call with me and we'll connect and we'll talk about your goals and strategize with you to get your goals accomplished. So excellent. Very good. So what would you say was the biggest concern about buying a home here in Cape Coral when living outside of the state? Because you weren't even living here when you purchased the home.
Right. Hadn't had our home even up for sale or anything, but when we saw this house, and I said, you know, we got to fly Amy down, and we wanted to make a move pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And it was everything. I'm looking online for a couple of years, and I hadn't come across a home like this, a brand new builder home with all the amenities it had for the price and the location. I was just very impressed by it, and then Amy came down and she fell in love with it. So, but it's a big move. It's, you know, we had a lot to do, and our house we're going to be selling that soon. We're getting some improvements done, but you did a great job hooking us up with a loan officer and getting all that taken care of. And you know, we hardly had to do any work at all. They took care of everything, and you had some great recommendations for us.
Excellent, excellent. And that's kind of a crazy story because Joe's been watching my channel for quite some time, and he's been watching the Cape Coral market. He's been looking at houses, and when he saw the house that was for him, he picked up the phone. He actually booked that call with me, and we had that chat. He said, "Barry, I love this house. I've looked at a lot of houses, and I can see that this one is the one for my family, me and Amy." And so he said, "Barry, I really don't need to see the house. I can see it's amazing, but I want Amy to fly on down, take a look at the property, make sure it's right for her." And so within a few days, Amy was here in Cape Coral, and I took Amy to a couple of other properties with similar
That's right.
price points, just to make sure that she could compare and see what the difference was. And as soon as she walked into this home here, she was blown away and she said, this is the one. And that's what I love to have with all my clients, the right price and the right house.
Yep, absolutely. And you did that for us.
Perfect. So how did the process go from start to finish, and what surprised you most?
Well, I think I wasn't surprised by the we had to do to get ready to move. We had a lot of work to do and to get things ready, and we're still doing some things to improve the house before we put it on the market. So there was a lot of work up there to do, but you made it really smooth down here for us. And that whole process of once we're here, you know, a new builder home, of course, not everything is flawless right when you move in. And you were so attentive to that, to talking to them at the closing, because I couldn't be there. And just little things that we wanted done, some of the pavers, I mean, little things, because we love the home, the builder, great. But, you know, it's things I wouldn't have thought of. And then we would have been like, oh, what do we do now? We have this to fix, or we got, but you were like, it's all good, because your communication level is just so good. We never really had to worry about anything.
Exactly, that's how we like it. And we've worked with a lot of out-of-town buyers, like Ohio, New York, Chicago, Canada, all over the place. And we have the same system in place. So we know step by step everything we need to do from the inspection period, going through that, making sure that everything is set up with the due diligence process, and then on through the whole way to closing, and we're doing the final walkthroughs to make sure that everything is perfect as well. Joe and Amy were not even here for the closing. They signed all their documents from right there in Dayton, Ohio, took care of it all, and I was here, the eyes on the ground. So we do have a good system in place, so if you are thinking and you're concerned about that, go ahead and call me. We'll figure out the system for you.
Absolutely.
So what would you say to someone who's thinking about working with me to buy a home here in Cape Coral?
Call now. Don't wait. Call now. And believe me, you'll hear from him in 5 seconds. That's the kind of person he is. Great realtor and a good guy overall as well. Met me here after I did a 17-hour drive to get here. He was here waiting and just wanted to make sure that everything was fine with the house. And that's what he's been all the way through. An absolute professional, but also like a friend. You know, we haven't known each other more than a couple months, but I do really feel that way, and you will too. So if you're going to work with someone, you want someone friendly, communicative, and knowledgeable. So call now.
That's very, very kind, Joe. But
yeah,
everything's a process, and I do go above and beyond for my clients because I want the best for them. That's my number one thing, is to have the best for them, to find the right house at the right price point, and to make them feel like they got not only a great house, but also a great price as well. And I do the research, I know the market, and so if you are thinking about it, maybe not now, maybe in a few months or a few years, go ahead and give me a call. Book that call with me down in the Zoom call, so we can strategize and start talking about it. Shoot me a text. If I don't pick up my phone, leave me a message. I am busy. I do work with a lot of clients, so feel free to leave a message and I will return that message very quickly. So thank you so much, Joe. It's been a pleasure with you and Amy.
Thank you.
And your family. You've got a beautiful home here. We got this great, beautiful, brand new house with the pool, the spa, the palm trees, everything's absolutely perfect. And beautiful neighborhood here in Cape Coral. This is the southwest part. He's got canal golf access, canal homes right across, $1 million homes all around him. Absolutely incredible. So my pleasure, Joe.
Thanks again.
Thank you so much.